it was exponentially more than what I ever imagined. I had a number in my mind when we were starting this out, and I told my wife, I said, I'll do it if we can get X, and X was blown out of the water. So yeah, it was just way above anything I ever expected. We both were very emotional when we found out how the practice was perceived out in the business world. So we were very happy, and y'all exceeded my expectations considerably. I would highly recommend you guys, and I would highly recommend someone going through this, just search out and seek someone's advice, like y'all, especially y'all, because it's hard to do things like this alone. And what you think you know about this y'all's business is just minuscule compared to what you guys do for your clients and what you've done for me. And I'm very appreciative. Well, the original time that I went to work with y'all is through a Patterson dental rep. He actually said that he had been to a seminar of you guys, and he knew Perrin through that. And he said, I think you know, because of the type of practice that you have and what I heard from these guys, that this might be something that would be good for you. And so he got me in touch with Perrin, and then Perrin and I had conversations, and I was just impressed with both of you guys. And so I mean, I didn't actually venture out to anyone else because I felt like I was getting a top quality recommendation from someone I had trusted for over 20 years to go with one group, and that's typically how I work anyway. So. Well, I've actually told several people about the way it worked, and I felt like, well, your initial monies that you put up in order to find out if this is something that you wanted to do, it's almost a no-brainer to kind of see if it's something that you want to do, see if it's something that meets in your desires for yourself and for your practice, and then the quality of the assessment that you do, it's beyond anything that I've ever done before. And I just felt very comfortable with all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. Pleasant surprises were that when we go through the due diligence and figuring out what your practice is worth and what your labor for all those years has really presented itself, it was kind of nice to see it on paper in different ways. I had never really thought of the EBITDA numbers, and you just go back to the traditional way of the way I bought the practice originally was a percentage of production, and it was nice to have a quality set of eyes on it that knew what they were doing, had your best interest at heart, knew that, you know, the more they did, the more they put into it, that it would eventually help me. So that was the surprise that I felt the whole time. I think that you have to go in with an open mind and try to work through the process and not get too emotional up front. I think y'all are good with kind of reining that in and telling us that it is a process and it takes some time. And when you go through it, you're going to question yourself and what you're doing and what you're not doing and how you're doing it and whether you should do it. And I think that y'all kind of almost hold our hands as we're walking through the process to kind of almost be, you know, friends, partners, and try to get us through to that next stage so that it is a successful transaction.